Well, good morning, folks. It's the 31st of July 2020, and welcome to another daily devotional. This morning I was in Acts chapter 28, and the very last verse of Acts chapter 28 says this. It says, He lived there 2 whole years at his own expense, and welcomed all who came to him. That's Paul we're talking about. Proclaiming the kingdom of God and teaching about Jesus Christ with all boldness and without hindrance. The very thing that Paul is teaching about and speaking about all the way throughout his missionary journeys, it's the kingdom of God. Acts chapter 1 verse 3 says this. It says, speaking of Jesus, he presented himself alive to them after his suffering by many proofs, appearing to them during the 40 days and speaking about the kingdom of God. The kingdom of God is the key message of the gospel. Jesus spoke more about the kingdom of God than any other topic, than any other subject. And the context of the book of Acts is the kingdom of God. Acts chapter 1, verse 3, Acts chapter 28, verse 31. It provides bookends, if you like, to the story of the Acts of the Apostles, of Paul's missionary journeys, of the church in Jerusalem, the church in Antioch, the church in Ephesus. The context is the kingdom of God. So what is the kingdom of God? Well, the kingdom of God is wherever Christ is king, wherever he rules and wherever he reigns. So whenever Jesus says, if I cast out spirits by the finger of God, then the kingdom of God has come amongst you, he isn't saying it's some future far off event that happens after we die or happens after Jesus comes back again. That's the kingdom of God within its fullness. But he's saying that the kingdom of God is invading our present reality. So whenever you whenever we cast out demons by the finger of God, the kingdom of God has come. Whenever we heal the sick, the kingdom of God has come. Whenever we make choices that say, I'm going to choose Jesus as Lord and Jesus as King over the ways of the world, then the kingdom of God has come among us. It's all about God's kingdom, right? It's all about Christ's kingdom. And the gospel, the cross, the resurrection, the atonement, salvation, it all fits into this broader context of the kingdom of God. We're taught to pray, Your kingdom come, Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And so God's desire for us is to see his kingdom come and his will be done in our lives, to see his kingdom come and his will be done in our families, in our oikoses, our communities, our spheres of influence. His desire is that his kingdom would come and his will would be done in every aspect of our lives. And the prayer is on earth as it is in heaven. And so we're looking to see the manifestation of heaven in part in how we live because we're seeking to exalt the King. And whenever we exalt the King, then the kingdom has come. Hey, I want to bless you guys. I want to encourage you. Spend some time exalting the King today because he is worthy. And he is worthy to receive all your glory and all your honor and all your praise. Have a great day, guys.